which is the second cheapest method, and finally selective cutting, which is when you go into a forest and choose which trees you want cut. This is the most expensive method. Most companies choose the cheapest method to cut wood so that they can make more profit with what they are making or using it for. If these companies spend a little more money in just the way they cut down their lumber, I believe they can make more profit, and here's why. When laundry detergent companies just started to make environmental-friendly detergent, people paid for it in stores. Yes, it was a bit more pricey, but statistics show that people will pay more if your product is environment-friendly. If these companies use the most expensive or second cheapest method in cutting wood and focus more on their items on quality than quantity, then they can say that their items are environmental friendly and bump up their prices a little bit more than the original value. Two of the biggest industries specialize in food, which are aquaculture and agriculture. Aquaculture, in simpler terms, is fish farming. The biggest problem with fish farming is that there isn't a way to find out if the fish population is high or low. Some of the ways we have solved this problem is by making zones where fish can breathe peacefully without having to worry about getting tangled up in a net. But with new technology coming out to make catching fish easier, it is getting harder for these fish to remain safe. A way we can make fishing safer is by making it harder for people to get a license for fishing. Another way is by making more breeding zones in fish farms so that we can have a larger capacity for fish. One other suitable way to keep more fish in the sea is by making fishing technology a bit more expensive. The companies will make a bit more profit by making the price more than the original. Agriculture, on the other hand, is a trickier subject because we get meat depending on how much we need in the market. We do as much breeding for animals, but I believe each animal that is meant to produce meat should at least have one baby so that we can keep each species as far away from extinction as possible. Farming, on the other hand, with Canada's changing seasons, farming isn't a major problem for us, considering most of our fruits can't be grown in Canada and have to be shipped. Wheat is one of the biggest sellers, and to keep it that way, we shouldn't be destroying land that could be used for the food we eat daily. By making skyscrapers and apartment buildings, it gives us more living space and less space, which saves most of the land that can be used for farming. One of the most common fields of work is mining. The three ways you can do this is by open pit, which is where you dig a large hole and keep going deeper while collecting resources as you go. Then strip mining, which is where you mine in strips underground, and finally underground mining, which is when you dig tunnels underground to where the resource is. Open pit mining is the most damaging to the environment because depending on where the hole is, it could damage possible ecosystems. Underground mining is very risky with the amount of danger involved in it. I believe the more suitable way to go is strip mining because you can get each resource in that area, and the real problem is when you don't put the earth back after you're done.